episode 4, and we continue work on our painting, and yeah, let's do that. I have some renders I did on my Windows machine, like they layered. I just let me show it to you. I just rendered them like separately from any, I mean this kind of background, so you can use it in your PSD, like in Photoshop file, like this. You can put it separately layer by layer, so and it's easy to adjust and create effects and different stuff in Photoshop or any compositing software. So this kind of information, you just disable the objects you want to hide. Typically it's foreground, middle ground and background, and render 3-4 planes, and yeah, that's it. All right, and let's start before all these things with a small conversation about the movies. Like we can talk as a good example in art. So this time I choose the Barry Lyndon movie made by Stanley Kubrick in 1975. So yeah, that is a quite good example in world of art, and like good example of working all teams, like art department, music department, everyone, director did his greatest job. So, and with you I want to talk about light and shadow and storytelling about like different cases and how light and shadow can influence on everything. Like, for example, let's take yeah, like overall in the beginning you can see their Barry just mostly walking into not fully bright day, and most of his way he find not good people. So like if we can switch this shot, like we can see these people, if we go further, like these people in the future they're going to rob Barry Lyndon, but like even initially we can see that the light kind of avoid them. It's even on a barrel on like this bench, but they stay in the shadow. So it says to us, like, not says, visually we understand that something is the people in the shadow. So Barry is lit well, so it's kind of opposite of them. So over here as well, we can see the rule of three works perfectly, and it continues its work. Like still the characters change the locations, and still we can see the whole composition as a rule of three benchmark. Even here, the horse, the guy, the robber, and the main character Barry Lyndon, like even here we can see the tree. And interesting thing at the end of this scene, like these, let's open it in Photoshop. So it is rule of three, but like these fellas, they still stay in shadow. They never, during the whole scene with these robbers, starting from the bar, and during the whole like robbing process, they doesn't come and like they don't come under any light, so they stay in shadow. So the director chose quite obvious trick. So and Barry still, as always, under the light, like because the director chose him to represent something good in this movie. So yeah. An interesting thing, like as you can see, all characters during the whole movie, they looking towards the viewer, towards us. So even in this shot, these kind of simple, you can say it's a simple composition, but it's not, like as we choose over here. Similar, that's why I like Stanley Kubrick. I mean, I take from him a lot and think about his works a lot, analyze it, and you can see as well over here, like the character died, so he head towards the camera, and Barry, main character, is also always looking towards the viewer. And after all these circumstances, like good and bad, and being in army, like interesting thing, like how Stanley Kubrick represent his character. He just showing like after all bad things like this, finally Barry Lyndon goes to the light, and again towards the camera, towards the viewer, to us, and he leaves behind these dark cases happen to him. So, and now we can see that all, like, this is another shot, one more shot is this, like if this castle is represent like something not good, then now he's going to something brighter, like brighter future, and going towards us, and we can see his face as well enlightened, and they going to, after this marriage, they going to something better. But of course it's not like that in the movie, but this is I want just talk about this shot as well. So another shot I can talk about, like this scene when everything in a chaos, like we have this blue light window. So and even we can see this, and before any character entered this scene, and we understand that this whoever is over here, that creature or character or anything, like it has a hope, like it's gonna be saved, like because red in this case, because it's surrounded, represent the chaos, and blue in this case represent sorry, there's something rational. So and like even before everything happened, we know that he's going to be saved because of this blue light. Okay. So here as well, you can see the rule of 3, 1, 2, 3. It works perfectly. Yeah, also 1, 2, 3 as well. And you can just watch whole movie and you can see lots of interesting scenarios for your composition, for your painting. Here as well, rule of 3 as always, and so yeah. All right, let's continue our work on the painting. So okay, we have a few renders from the 3D file, 3D sketch. So now we can use it. Okay, let's open it in Photoshop. I especially rendered in all planes separately to use it as a layered file. Okay, this we can close. Okay, so just main beauty render apply on top of every plane. So now we can use it. All right, just drop it there. Let's see what we have. Okay, no problem. Let's make it like this. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna take this guy to the back. Yeah, like this. And this fella need to be removed from the image. Okay, just like this. Just create the mask. This one we can make little tilted like this. Yeah, like it's more interested into what is happening over there under the light. And here we can just remove it from alpha channel. Yep. Alright, I have some basic information on the light and shadow to work on it easier. In next podcast we can touch the subject. I mean, definitely we're gonna do that. I'm going to paint everything from the beginning, like, but this time it's like how to make quick keyframes, so and make things faster, so like how we can apply 3D in our working process and optimize our pipeline. Alright, now we have this scene, and I like that we can see this foreground. Just let's make it similar color, closer to what we can see. Especially I applied one more layer that I rendered with the additional red light, so we can play with opacity a bit and see how we can use it. Quite probably good trick to use. Right. This is too erased. Okay, fine. Let's make one more copy of it, everything, and use camera raw filter. can apply a few filters like temperature, shadows, yeah, cool. Saturation, yeah. White tone is a bit greenish. I will make the mid color could be like this, and intensity is not much. Yeah, fine. All right, now it's a little closer to what we have, and one more thing. No, it's actually fine. And this guy, let's make him darker, like this. And 2 levels, okay. Yeah, something like that. Cool. All right. And okay. Let's apply this light to over here, like little, make it little darker. Yeah, and define these two, this character and this environment. Yeah, a little bit of this I want to add just as a new layer. Okay. All right. And to start working on this, let's find some good reference from episode 1. Everything is in Google Drive, so you can find it. All right, this might be good. Yeah. Let's copy it and paste here. Just let's match the light as well. I mean the tone, sorry. Sorry, wrong button. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's select this brush. Sorry. All layers. the color picker, current and below. Okay. All right. So the point is, okay, let's have a reference for the stairs. I think I have here. Yep, perfect. Same color. Okay, this is even better. Let's just draw a bit these stairs. Okay. Just applying the light comes from the moon, so it might be like this. Like we have in these references we chose. Can continue, just little stairs over there behind. I just want to make something like this, the entry over here, so let's use this part of this architecture and add over here. And work a bit on it, like define a bit the shape to remove these leftovers. Okay. Cool. Now we can sculpt it a bit like this. Just I'm going to keep these columns and these empty parts between them, and door is behind like this. So just using the information for my color picker is from the same reference. Just before applied the color correction that makes your work easier. just keep in mind to use your own, if you want to work, implement the stuff you photograph, and like keep your own library, and mostly use your own stuff, like to prevent any license problems. Okay. It's kind of a sculpting, so we can continue this type of things over here. All right. Just kind of like a 2D sculpting. Okay, let's make one column over here as well. Let's use it in our painting. Just let's use much color. Okay. Fine. This works with us. Okay. And I want to find something for this count, so yeah, we can make it from here like this. Yeah, my cat is jumping. Okay. Much color and okay. Okay. I just change bit opacity and cleaning up some leftovers. Okay, layer, we can work on it same way. Okay, let's hide this and let's move these stairs closer to make it like, yeah, 1 second, like this. Okay, we can make create new layer. Okay, we can make it like this, like one more stair there, and like between these two gap. Yeah. Sorry. All right. Now let's have something like this. Yeah. We can use these parts to photo brush it in. Okay, something like this. Yeah, it works fine. have to put this behind and yeah, like this. Perfect. Okay, little clean this. This reflection from the moon, just this type of tone, just pick this color from here. Okay. The stairs also will understand you the scale of this, so, and this guy is good reference to the bit fix the perspective. Okay. It's even like this. So foreground, the basic things of foreground is a bit like prepared. We understand what we have here, like together with these stairs. Yeah, let's pick this color. Fine. And we also have to work a bit on background. Sorry. Okay. Why it's okay. Yeah, come down. All right, let's and let's continue. Okay, all right. Let's move these. Okay, we can work on it. Perfect. Now we can work a bit on the background. Just manage to build the layers. I messed up this. Just keep this tone from around the picture. And the point is just add more details to their architecture. Okay. Let's keep it okay, open. And I just look in the reference for the rooftop. How it could look like. Yeah, this is nice example. Oops, sorry. Control C, Command C, sorry. Okay. This is good one. And just, okay, sorry why I did it, and just continue like working on the same architecture style. Cool. A bit higher the mid-tone. Okay. I don't know, I call it sculpting or architecture, this type of work. Some dark clouds behind in the night. Let's work a bit on these rooftops. Yeah. not too detailed, but some medium-sized details has to be touched. All right, perfect. Let's give it some reflection to these closest to the camera corner. Like this. That we have similar reflections from the light comes from the moon. Okay. Here just to show the kind of gates. Okay. Cool. And now we have to background itself, like this probably was middle ground and it has to be defined by depth of field. So we make this depth of field like this little less saturated colors and less contrast we use behind. Cool. This is our stairs. We have, that's fine, maybe we have some stairs like this frontal view. This is what we have. Let's match the color. Okay. Fade. All right. Okay. Okay, now we don't need it. We are 43. Okay, let's just little work on this fella. This is the night shot of it, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Much color. Let's use it as a reference, like the shape reference, like we can see how to apply the architecture details. Yeah, this is also an interesting option. Okay, this goes under the shadow, and this because of light from the moon. Going to be like this, unlighted. This fella, little adjust his position, yeah, maybe over here. Fine. Okay, just let's adjust a bit. Okay, this is foreground. Let's move it here. Okay. and continue work on this background. Okay. All right. Let's have another reference for ground. Yeah, this is fine. Cool. Here we go. This is nice. Just a little brighter. Just between them, this kind of bridge. Yeah, let's find it over here. We can apply some shape like this with my work, like little clouds from behind. Yeah. Here's some fog. And these you can use here. brightness like this. Hope. These kind of ruins are kind of easier to make, but if you want, I mean, because less planning, less, but on some next episode we can make a subject like the modern new architecture building or something like how to plan it, because it's quite different from making such stuff like ruins. So yeah, these medium details work. We can be a little chaotic by painting it. So check this out, what we have, this kind of gallery, temple gallery is behind. I like it actually. Okay, we have this background now. Keep the working on your texture like changes as like horizontal like way, like try to change them vertically only because, you know, like most of our world is horizontal, so if rain like is happening or snowing, it's mostly damage the lower part, then medium, then some leakage happen on the roof, like, and put the changes in architecture anywhere according to, I mean, to any building or rocks or like any formation. Try to make changes horizontally. So this is our buildings. Okay. Here's some gate, another gate. Okay. We're gonna put some fog behind, so to make it atmospheric. Yeah, let's use the left side. Yeah, this is much better. Some changes. Okay. Just trying to understand, should I keep it open, this space, or something like this? Okay, I know what is the problem. We have to keep it all layers, the color picker options. Okay. Make all of them white. To make everything look like one piece. So, yeah. Cool. And also to define this horizontal work, will define your planes from middle ground, foreground, background, depends on what you're working on. Let's rework a bit on this dark. Yeah, make it like this. Perfect. Just define. Make it look a bit distant. Cool. And let's work a bit on this fella. Okay. Let's make a copy. Brightness, contrast. Make it like this and work on this alpha channel. Just, yeah. Just I want to highlight it more, just working on this. What is it? On alpha channel of this, yeah, like this. Just to focus on this part, I'm making, okay, just too much, no? Yeah, like this. Yeah, these probably, yeah, these parts to highlight more. Just make this guy more obvious and his appearance is yeah, perfect. This water little bit over here works fine. It's attract our attention. Oops. What happened? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's continue the work on this keyframe. All right, I just want as like I recommend to zoom out time to time to see your work, like, and understand everything, explain each other, like, and cooperate with each other, all the objects in a scene. So yeah, I just want to work a bit on this fella, like explain a bit this character more. So let's do that. Sorry for my dog. Okay. Cool. Let me see. I just made a note. Yeah, it's similar. And yeah. Cool. And I added this type of like the indicators of the legs of this like this. Like as a design, interesting design element. Okay. And let's make similar. Yeah, let's be sure that our color picker is taking color from all the layers. Cool. Now we have some story going on over here. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Let's work a bit on this side. Yeah. Amazing. This guy is fine. Let's make new layer and just add this reflection. Cool. I just want to make this shot a bit affected by the wide lenses so that we can see it. As you can find such reference in Animatrix, there are lots of shots like that with distortion of the perspective by lenses. Okay, let's work a bit on background. Yeah, I already chose one. Yeah, this is the one. All right, let's drop it over here. All right, cool. Let's remove quickly this white background, yeah. Much color. Okay. Reduce the brightness. Yeah. A bit adjust the hue, so like make it more, add more kind of sea color. Yeah. That is my cat sound. Don't be scared. Maya. Okay. All right. Yeah, just a bit some small adjustments. Cool. All right, let's work a bit on the background. Like here. Let's take some light from the moon, like some reflection. Yeah. Just apply some light over here. Let's put this light, some touches from the moon on architecture buildings. Here, just small just add some details to the background to separate the middle ground, I mean the background from the sky. Okay, and now we have the silhouette like this. Yeah, and I like it. Looks cool. And some tone of the light of the moon, like just little touches on the background, like here, maybe little here. Cool. And adding this light over here, like light spot, we kind of disturb our focus from somewhere here. Sorry, let's go up. From somewhere here to here, like this light and this light disturb our view and make us focused on these fellas. Okay, cool. And let's just add little fog behind. Yeah, just same color, maybe a little bit of green. Sorry. Let me check why. Okay, no problem. All right. Yeah, a little greenish to separate the middle ground and make it like separated from these two, like let me just explain it. Okay, sorry, just accidentally touched another layer. Cool. Okay, this is we have, and like this color, they are almost similar, and to separate middle ground from these two and to attract our focus like on this guy, so we create like neutral tone, like not neutral, we have it over here as well, but it's kind of help us to define these planes and separate this guy from the background more clearly, like yeah, here we go. And little sorry, yeah, like this, let it be, and little reflection from the moon, yeah, on top of their fog layer, like this. Here we go, we have now the painting we can show like a sketch and continue work on it, like we're gonna make something finalized, like finished, and that you can present it and not present like you can show it to some director to have a feedback and yeah, continue after that to make it more finished. Okay, I like it. Let's continue on next episode.